All right, aloha everybody. We are live. If you're new here, my name is Russ.
I'm Carrie.
And we are the Roads We Roam. As you can see, we are outside in the dark. The pool area is well lit. Don't tell anybody because I don't think they're supposed to be in here.
So everybody, welcome. We are full-time RVers. We gather together every Friday evening and Sunday afternoon on our live chats, and we pick a different topic every year. Right now, we are at the pool at the resort that we're staying at. Now, 2 of the gates were locked, but one area was open. So we came in so we could give you a little glimpse of this, but we may get booted out. I'm not sure. So just
if we do, bear with us. You can hear the dogs going crazy. Our dogs are going crazy. Somebody else is walking their dog by, which started the whole thing. So our RV is just back over there where we can actually pick up our RV's Togo right now.
We can,
yeah.
Which we are in love with. So tonight, our show is going to be about RV mistakes. We're going to talk about some of the big RV mistakes we've made in our first year RVing.
Yes.
And we hope that a lot of you will share as well. Downsizing Makes Sense has already weighed in and said they're ready to talk about their scripts, and that's the spirit.
So hold on to that thought. BluWave Odyssey, thank you so much for that super chat. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Don't
the show
have to do
is
that.
On the road we roam. Hey Bob, why don't you go ahead and put your link on up there so everybody who doesn't know, which I don't know anybody that doesn't know who BluWave Odyssey
is a big name in the room. So let's talk about our moderators right now. I think right now we have BluWave Odyssey, which is Bob. We have Donna, who has been with us from day one. Thank you so much, Donna. She is our Director of Social Engagement. She's always here early saying hello to everybody. We have Travels with Delaney in the house. And Lewis outside is also one of our moderators. He's in. We had a fabulous time with Lewis and his wife, Carmen.
Oh, we did.
Let's get ready. Let's see who's in the room real quick.
Well, before we do that, Donna, I want to give you an assignment. So tonight, there are a lot of people that entered
Travels with Delaney.
I'll pitch in to get Russ to jump in the pool. Maybe towards the end, he might fall in. How about that? So, Bob, can you do that? And Mark Milinarski.
Mark Milinarski, thank you so much. It is much warmer.
It is so warm. It hit close to 80 degrees today. I even went in the pool.
Yes,
and the Nomadic idea.
Jump in the pool.
Bob, you've got to be busy. If you could put links to
all these people here, guys, you're just blowing our minds. Thank you so much for the kind, generous beginning to this. You guys, all these channels are awesome. Bob, please link to all the super chatters so that everybody can check them out.
And for anybody else, in case you miss it, I'll put these in the description after the show, so that way you can feel free to check them out as well. So I want to give a quick rundown. Donna, I started to mention there's an assignment at exactly 8:30. So at the 30-minute mark of this show, that's when we're going to do our drawing. So if you're here to find out who did the drawing or who wins the drawing, it'll be right at the 30-minute mark. So if Donna, if you could let us know when we hit that.
Yep, that's a $175 giveaway that is sponsored by TearDropShop. If you look down in the description below, you'll see all your numbers for everybody that's entered. We're going to use a random generator. We'll pop that up. That'll go live at 8:30, halfway through the show. Let's find out who's in here now.
We have a lot of people in the room. I love this.
46 people. 8 thumbs up and a whole bunch of super chats.
So we had Nicholas and Lindsay.
Hey guys.
They were here. They left already, but they came in to say hello.
Thanks for joining, guys.
We mentioned Donna was here, and Patty and Patrick. It's About Time Now showed up bright and
guys,
early.
Thanks for joining us. It's About Time Now. I like that name. Cool name.
I do. I like that a lot. We have Mr. Paul Chamberlain.
Hey,
if you
Paul.
haven't checked him out, Paul Chamberlain is the Air Force guy.
Long time no see, Paul. Thanks for joining us, brother.
This Nomadic idea, Scott and Ariane.
Thank you so much for that super chat, guys. Check them out. They are doing an Argosy rebuild, and they have a fantastic channel. Good friends with Scott. We haven't met Ariane in person, but we love her on video, and we've gotten to talk to her once on the phone. Great channel. Check that channel out.
I think Russ is delaying us meeting because Ariane and I could probably get into a lot of trouble together. I just have a feeling. Mom is here, a.k.a. anybody who doesn't know, Janice Day is Russ's mom.
Okay. So many people here are saying that they'd love to see me jump in the pool.
Not right
maybe
now.
After, if you stick around to the end of the show, if I can get away with it, I will do it.
We're only on day 2 here.
I know,
We could get booted out. Okay.
But look at these super chats. My goodness.
I know.
You almost have to for all that stuff. Got to give them what they want. Who else is in the room here today?
Downsizing makes sense, as I mentioned earlier.
Guys, thanks for joining us.
Montana Product, Mike and Trina.
Mike and Trina, thank
Robin
you guys so much
Taylor.
for joining us. Robin, thank you for joining us. Good to see you.
George Statler.
George, thanks for joining us, George.
Lisa Teague, Dreaming Out Loud RVing.
Dreaming Out Loud, those we met them in Hershey. Great couple there.
Avenger RV Adventure.
Oh, thanks for joining us, guys. I love that name. Sounds adventurous.
Our buddies Stop Eat Explore.
Stop Eat Explore. Good
Adventures
to see you
in the
guys.
Heartland.
Adventures in the Heartland. Good to see you.
Mark Milinarski, which we had mentioned there.
Mark and Karen. Mark said Karen would like to see me jump in that pool. So with all the support that Mark and Karen have given, I almost have to.
NIKKI B and Sasha's RV is here tonight.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Mr. James Cantniece, Lisa Patton, nursing our travel bug, Diane Rivard, preceding our Onward in America.
Onward America, thank you for joining us, guys.
Good time camping, the Northwoods RV life.
Northwoods RV, the best thumbnail creator in the biz.
I'm just going to have him just stream every single one of your videos, Northwoods, so that way he could, even though he still loves you, but he puts out fantastic videos.
Oh, I know he does, but I love his thumbnails, and that's me. I build our thumbnails, so when I see somebody doing something right, I gotta give him a shout out.
He loves them, but he doesn't want to copy them because then it would be copying yours.
Oh, yeah.
But it irritates him because you come up with a lot of great ideas. RV Butterfly.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Okay, so I'll try to catch up with a few more, but let's get started because we're already 7 minutes into the show, and I want
John Hines, if you super chat $20, I will jump in the pool at the end of the show. He said $20 if I jump in the pool. So if you do it, I will jump in the show.
Oh my goodness.
That'll put us over the top.
Yeah, and then we may have to boondock for the rest of the...
We might get kicked out.
Okay, so tonight's topic.
Yes.
RV mistakes. If you watched our What's Up Wednesday, we talked about our batteries. And a couple people asked us, how did you not know about what type of batteries you had?
So let me expand on that. Expand.
Okay.
That was a very big, very expensive mistake. We bought this rig and then took it for granted that we had lithium batteries because
everything else was
so high power, and we could run the microwave, we could run everything on those batteries. So I was like, we got lithium with this 960 watts of solar, and I knew the lithium are typically maintenance free, so I didn't worry about finding them. Well, long story short, we didn't know where they were for 4 months. We finally found them, and they weren't lithium. They were lead acid, and they were just dead, destroyed.
And the damage had already been done, and trying to add water at that point, we just had noticed they were decreasing in power. We could barely run throughout an evening. I mean, as soon as it got dark, within 30, 40 minutes, we were done. So it just finally got to that point where we had to break down and get it. But lesson learned, if you get an RV, especially a used RV, make sure you know where your batteries are and what type of batteries.
Yeah, just don't take it for granted like we did. So that was a big mistake, but not our most expensive mistake. We have a bigger, more expensive mistake, but let's see if somebody else has chimed in yet with some of their mistakes here.
Okay.
So I see a lot of people chatting back and forth. That's awesome. We love it. I see RV Butterfly saying hello to Jurgen. So Stacy just popped in. She says, haha, poolside.
We did that for you, Stacy, because she requested it earlier.
Stacy, there's a lot of people requesting that I jump in there. So we may do that at the end of the show, but I'll have to be stealthy about it.
Okay, so let's start for anybody who's willing to confess and willing to share.
Yeah.
One of the mistakes that they have made while RVing, and while you're typing those in, we're going to move on to one of our other ones. And we're mainly doing this one. So, tell them what inspired this.
I have no idea.
Miss Jen Goodyear.
Oh, yeah, Jen. I still don't know how she inspired it. I forgot. Oh, yeah, that's right. Jen Goodyear. Woo-wee. Jen Goodyear's been with us since day one. She hasn't been here a lot lately because she's real busy with family stuff. But Jen Goodyear, we met her at Hershey, and she told us the one thing I like about you guys is you put it out there, the good, bad, the ugly, the mistakes, the successes, the failures, and we have more failures than successes. So she said, you know, when I watch you guys and I'm scared about this, I see you guys doing it, and I know I can do it. So we got a good kick out of that, and that made us feel really good, because there are some people that might overanalyze this and say, oh, there's so much to learn, there's so many mistakes, you know, I don't want to make that stuff, maybe I shouldn't do it. Well, guess what? We've made them all. Well, not all of them, but I'm sure we're going to make a whole lot more. But these are things that you learn with. You know, now I understand my battery system. Now I know how to do maintenance on my battery system. Now I know where my batteries are in the first place. But, you know, now I know how to rewire that. So if I ever have to do it again, it's not going to be so scary. So again, we're waiting for people to say their stuff.
So this Nomadic idea, Scott and Ariane said their biggest mistake was pulling our Airstream without a sway bar.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can see
that.
You know, and you just don't know what you don't know. You know, I won't use weight distribution on our little guy Max with our 1500, but I always use that sway bar. Some people say it's not necessary, but you know what? Those sway bars are not there for when everything's hunky-dory. Those sway bars are there for when stuff gets scary. And so it's good to have those.
Well, and it's good that you've realized that right at the beginning, right away. So that's something. And another reason why we're doing this is so that there are people out there that can learn from all of our other mistakes. And then also some of the newbies, people that are thinking about RVing, so that they can say, okay, all these people are out there doing it, and they made mistakes. It's okay. I'm going to make mistakes.
We can do it. Yeah. So there's a lot coming in right now. I'm seeing them pop in there. Let's see if any other mistakes.
Lisa said we're an hour and a half from her house. If we get kicked out, we can stay there. So cannonball.
Awesome, Lisa. Okay, so that makes me feel better about jumping in this pool at night here. So.
Oh my goodness, the clumsy vegan. Frozen everything in my RV last year, not this year. Did a lot to fuzz it. So I'm guessing like everything got frozen, the lines and everything like that. That would not be good.
No, not at all.
We did have one instance, we did not buy the heated
water hoses.
And when we were Texas, we were just talking about this the other day.
It usually doesn't get that cold, but it definitely got that cold. Froze the whole hose.
Yeah, we woke up in the morning, we heard water pouring on the outside, and it was backed up right through there. Luckily, it didn't cause any damage. Yeah. But it was creating a pool outside, so that was not good.
Yeah, yeah.
Dreaming Out Loud RVing. We punched a hole in our camper, put slide out with umbrella between slide and wall. And that was after 15 years of RVing. So see, you can do it forever and you will still make mistakes.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, sometimes the better you get and the more experienced you get, you become complacent, because I'm sure you knew about that, and there are things that we now think are second nature, but you get complacent and things like that happen. So that's understandable, but hopefully that doesn't ever happen to us, because that sounds expensive.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Travels with Delaney said, I started pulling away here at the house and had forgot to unplug the trailer. It pulled the female plug out of the side of the trailer about halfway, and that was after 15 years of RVing.
Yeah, you know, that's I can see how that happens.
Especially with electricity.
Yeah, I want to mention something here, because Howling RV had a quick statement. I kind of saw it as it was going by, but she said we're all human, mistakes happen, and that's why we're doing this, because you know, it's fun. We can all laugh at ourselves and laugh at each other's, or it might help us when these mistakes happen to us. You're like, at least I'm not the only one.
Exactly. So proceeding onward in America, we overweighted on our leaf springs and they started going bad.
Yeah, I can see how that can happen quick. A lot of people don't, you know, they don't pay attention to that weight, and especially like you guys who are full-time. And, you know, you put a lot of stuff in there because that's all you have. So I get it. Yeah, I can see how that would happen.
That was one of the reasons why I did that Smart Weight. I wanted to do that Smart Weight program because I was terrified that everything we had replaced the standard mattress with our big old honking mattress.
Yeah,
and I
we
thought
put a lot in
but
there.
Thankfully, we were okay, but I was paranoid until I got that. So it's always good to know how much you weigh. Let's see. We have Geek Family Adventures.
Hey guys.
Just popped in. Craig and Barb, for all of those who don't know.
Guys, thanks for joining us.
Live Life RV. They forgot to lock the door on the fifth wheel. So I'm assuming maybe when you're going down the road. Oh, we did that too. Yeah. Remember on the little guy? We were going down.
Our main door was going
the main
back
door.
And forth. Yeah.
When it was like one of our first trips, it was in Alabama.
Yeah.
And we were leaving Oak Mountain State Park, and just in the corner of my eye, I saw the door flying like that. Oh, I was kicking myself. I almost forgot about that one.
These things happen, you know. At least we didn't cause any damage that time.
So let's see. We have JT and DT. They forgot their super jack a few times.
Oh.
So I'm thinking that's the electric one that goes up and down.
Oh boy, yeah, that could cause some problems. You know, that's things that we've done. We've left stuff behind. We've left some leveling blocks on occasion. I mean, those are all mistakes. You know, we left that donut that for the dump thing. We lost that one time. So
we had it outside. I think a raccoon or something ran away with it.
Yeah.
But
so what other mistakes?
George, I'm getting to it. George Statler said we ripped a TV antenna off our RPod on a low branch leaving a dump station, but thankfully it was an easy repair.
Yeah, those are things that are easily done. And you know, that's a very easy mistake to happen, because when you're driving, you're looking out, okay, I don't want to hit this, I don't want to hit that, all ground level. But a lot of times we forget to look above us, so I could see how that happens.
We've noticed that a couple times when you're going through the Walmart parking lots. They're starting to do a lot more landscaping and to try to slow you down. And there's been a couple times where we're worried about the road, and then all of a sudden you hear the screech, and he's paranoid going, my solar.
I know.
RV Living in the Henny Bee just said they're at the Stagecoach RV Park in St. Augustine, Florida.
Oh, cool. Howdy, neighbor.
Yeah, Florida's a big state, but yes, we're all in Florida now.
Hey, whoever's in Florida with us is a neighbor.
The Northwoods RV Life in 2013, Lori, he's making sure to say Lori, the wife, caught the RV on fire.
Oh, no. My goodness. How did that happen?
Fire station. He wanted to make sure that he wasn't included in that.
Oh,
I think Lori is not going to be happy that you did that. James Zimmer, my first trailer was a tent trailer, and I failed to chock the tires. It rolled down a little hill, and it took 5 people to get it out. Oh my gosh.
That is a nightmare. Yes, I worry about that.
I'm terrified about that.
Yeah. But at least you had such a great group of people there to help you out and pull it out. You had 5 people willing to help you pull that out.
That is true.
Oh my goodness.
That is true.
That's the one great thing about this community. If you make mistakes, there's always people to help you out of those mistakes, but there's also people there to help you so you don't make these mistakes. I don't know how many times I've been, you know, stopped by some guy who's been doing this for years and say, hey, you might want to think about this or you might want to think about that. There's also a lot of signs if you pay attention when you're leaving. You know, a lot of times when you're leaving these RV sites, you see those signs, stairs up, antenna down.
And it's a good reminder, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so Stop Eat Explore said their very first time out, when backing and watched the bottom of the RV they hit the top hit a tree limb the first time when they were backing out.
Yeah, you just, you know, you get used to the height of your rig, and then it's easier to judge those things. But again, you know, those things up high, those are hard to, see even, because like I said, we're looking for everything eye level, and 2, it's hard to, it's very easy to misjudge. I see we got a new number in here, Solo 77 something, I forgot.
Solo Sue 777.
Solo Sue 777, got BluWave in there saying hello to her, and as well as Camper Life. So thanks for joining us, much appreciated. I hope you find value in this. We have a great community, we put a lot of communication out, and we have a lot of friends here. So thanks for joining us.
Stacy Forrest said, my big mistake, trying to hold back Maximus, the name of her little guy Max, when it started moving forward, when we forgot to chock the wheels after we unhitched. Luckily, the jack dug in the ground and it stopped them.
That could be dangerous.
Yes.
That could be dangerous, yeah. So thankfully, you're all right, because Stacy's been with us since day 1, so we would hate anything to happen to her.
Oh, yes.
We'll just blame it on Chris, Stacy. It's Chris's fault. Jen Goodyear is in the house. Hello, everyone. Missed you guys.
She's the whole reason for the show tonight.
Jen, you missed out. Hold on. Since you're here right now, I'm going to explain what we're doing. You made a comment when we met you live in Hershey, when we had the pleasure to sit down with you. You said, you guys show everything that you do, mistakes, not mistakes, and that sort of thing. And you said it makes it seem less scary for you, because if you can see other people who aren't doing things perfectly, that you think that you could do it as well. So you are the inspiration for tonight's show. We're talking about RV mistakes.
Now that she's out of YouTube timeout.
Yes.
She's a troublemaker. No.
Be good to her.
Geek Family Adventures, yes, mistakes do make great videos.
They do, yes, exactly. Get in an RV. Mary is in the house. I don't know what she said, but I saw her pop in there. So, hey, let's go on. I'm going to let you search for the next one. I'm going to talk about another one of our mistakes. A lot of you saw this. This video did fairly well, but we had a generator issue, and that was a mistake on my part because I spent a lot more money than I needed to. I was afraid to dig in and try to self-diagnose this thing, and the part was only, well, the guy that fixed it said it was a $300 part. We found it on Amazon for $30, and it was something easily that I could have done. Just replace the starter. It was a couple of screws or bolts, and I could easily do that. We ended up spending $1,000
$900 and change
on something that would have cost us $30 and a little bit of sweat because it was in the hot Vegas sun.
So 2 lessons were learned on that. One, try to self-diagnose when you can.
Yes.
But more importantly, when they give you an initial quote, make sure you fully understand what the charges were, because he threw out certain charges but didn't talk about the block time. I forgot what he called it.
Yeah, so here they have book time.
Book time.
And this was our mistake too, is we didn't understand what book time is. If you didn't watch that video, we'll put a link below, maybe even a card after the show, but really what book time is if a mechanic, a mobile RV mechanic, or any mechanic for that matter, is working on your rig, they say, the book says it takes 5 hours to do that job. Whether it takes them an hour or 5 hours, they charge you 5 hours. He did us a favor, said, hey, since you're a U.S. Air Force veteran, I'm only going to charge you 3.5 hours for a job that took me 45 minutes to do. So, well, that could have been over $1,200 at that point.
So that was one of our other mistakes.
Yeah, that was our most expensive mistake. That was a $1,000 mistake.
The Montana project said they didn't check their tire pressure, even though I had a vibration starting in the front wheels. They looked okay, but they had a blowout at 55 miles an hour.
That must have been a nightmare.
In 100-degree heat.
Oh my goodness.
$5,000 damage insurance did not cover.
Oh man, you know, thank you for saying that, because our tires are so hard to check. Front one is not bad. The outside rear tire is not bad, but that inside rear tire is difficult. And you know what? I made the mistake of I don't check that as much as I should. But now that Mike and Trina talked about that, I don't want that to happen. I'm going to check it. So thank you. I learned from your mistake.
Amanda, Ron and Amanda from Wanderlost
love your channel, guys.
They had to go. I decided to say,
when you're watching this later,
they're going to the holiday party. So I just wanted to let you know when you watch it back later that I saw that. BluWave said, I unhitched once without putting chocks down. Good thing I had the chain still hooked up. It about rolled away.
Yeah, that can happen. And again, Bob, I know what that's from because I've done it too. You know how to do this. You've done this so many times that you're just in a hurry. And again, you become complacent. Things happen. The chains didn't save me, but like somebody else said before, the jack dug in and saved me. I think that was Stacy that said that.
Yeah, it was.
We've got so many great people in here. 68 people, 32 likes. Just amazing. The information's popping in here. What else do we have?
Downsizing makes sense. We were leaving after a 4-day stay in Georgia, our very first trip in our new fifth wheel. They forgot to pull in the awning while driving out of the campground. No. The awning hit a tree and ripped the awning arms off.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, some of these are just
Can you imagine the cringe factor?
Yes. Oh my goodness, I feel bad for you.
Don't beat yourself up because this could happen to anybody. And I mean, that's something, again, you know, that's where we used to have a checklist when we had the little guy Max and we were new, and we religiously followed that. But we got so used to it, we stopped following that checklist, and that's something that we could easily do. So maybe it's a good idea to start pulling this checklist out. I love these.
I think so.
Everybody's sharing their mistakes with us because I'm learning from them. Guys, also what we're doing is Carrie goes through these and watches this whole video again. She takes your comments, all the good informational comments, and we put a blog post on.
So if you don't want me to share any of these, just let me know.
Yeah, be quiet. Don't say anything then. But we share this on www.theroadsweroam.com, which is our blog. Every single live chat is full of information, and we move that over to a blog post. So if you're looking stuff up later, that's the place to go. You can leave a comment if you want to say something after the fact. It's a living, breathing document, so we'll update it as more information comes in.
So Scott and Ariane said their biggest mistake so far was thinking they could renovate their 76 Airstream in a year. And that is a legitimate thing, especially if you go through the level of what they've done.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic
every square
job.
inch of that. But they did bring up a good point. They know that thing in and out, and I guarantee you they know where the batteries are.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, that might be a mistake, your timeline. But really, I think in the end, it's going to be a blessing because you'll know everything about that. You routed all the wires. You set up the plumbing, all that stuff. You know everything. So in the end, it's a good idea that you did that.
So here's another one. So if anybody ever does this, know that you are in great company because there's a lot of people that have done this, pulling forward without putting up the jack. So I think that's like the third one now tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems like a very common thing that people do.
I've not done that, but what I have done is not, how, here's a mistake. And I'm sure somebody's done this because I've seen a lot of people do this in the trailer parks, and a lot of times it's because they don't understand the weight distribution bars. Once I forgot to lift up the jack so I could take all the torque off those weight distribution bars.
These things weren't even on the list. Now they're all coming back.
And I cranked that thing down, man. It just, whoom, went down so hard. I was lucky I didn't break my arm. I'm sure we've all seen that in the campgrounds. Normally, if it's not something that's dangerous after the fact, I won't say anything. But if I see somebody doing that in the campgrounds, I'll go tell them how to take the pressure or the torsion off of those bars.
I thought you were going to talk about how we didn't secure them in correctly.
Stacey Forrest, thank you so much. If it's a thing,
jump in the pool fund.
it is going to have to be.
Oh my
I think.
gosh, I'm going to leave. I don't want to be
still waiting
any
on
part
John
of it.
Hines. John Hines said $20 or jump in the pool for $20. But
so yeah, what I was saying was on the weight distribution hitches, ours had this arm that you had to jam up into the little thing and twist it so it would hold.
Yeah.
And I remember we were in Savannah and we're driving away and we hear metal just dragging behind us.
Yeah.
And so we stop, he gets out and fixes it. And then we start turning around again, and then the other one fell out.
Yeah. So you know how those weight distribution bars work. You can click them up and then rotate them, and there's this little pin that pops out. Well, I didn't understand how that worked. I just was putting them in. So when we drove away, we had that drop, and then the very next one. I forgot all about that.
So did I.
Yeah, I would love to forget about that.
It's about time now. Said we left our long level on the back and drove off.
Oh no.
And then the level's gone.
Yeah, and those are pricey. Who did that?
It's about time now.
It's about time now. We just got another super chat in here. I can't really see it. Camper
Life, $5 here for the pool fund.
Oh my goodness. You guys are gonna get me kicked out of this place.
Out.
I'm gonna have to do it stealthily.
Yeah, we're gonna have to use one of Camper's Life friends and family cards at his campground that he's at.
So what we'll do is everybody stay on here, and then when we get a couple minutes, I'll jump in and jump out real quick.
After I leave, because I don't want to be any part of it.
No, you have to be here because you got to carry everything back.
Okay, so we have Solo Sue 777. Just bought my older Class C in May and have been getting it ready and getting my head ready to go. And when I went to wash it at the self-help bay, I scraped my air conditioner right off of the roof.
No. I can totally see how that happens. Again, there's a lot of these height issues that people are having, and I totally understand that. I feel bad because I know when you damage your baby, and then that's a lot of money. So hopefully you were able to get that repaired and it wasn't too expensive.
Lisa
Northwoods
Teague.
RV in the pool. Okay, you guys, I will do it. Donna Delahente is telling us it's 8:28 right now. We have a minute and a half until we announce the winner.
And that's for the TearDropShop Giveaway, $175. And for those of you that entered check the description below. You've
Yep.
been assigned a number. I also responded to each and every one of you confirming your entry. You have a number. We're going to be doing a random number generator.
Yep.
And whatever number comes up, that's
So
the
your
winner.
number is down below in the description there, guys.
And if for some reason the person is not here, we are still awarding it even if they are not
Yes,
in the room.
you do not have to be in the room, but you do have
That
to
doesn't mean
contact
leave
us.
right now. You're so close.
Yeah, well, if you leave, you're not going to see me jump in the pool at the end of the show illegally. All right, we are 30 minutes in. Let's do this.
Okay, so.
You want me to hold this?
Nope, I got it.
Okay, she is multi-talented.
Okay,
there.
so we have a random number generator.
Yep.
I don't know.
That's not going to work.
Can you see?
Anyways,
All right. So
you'll have to trust us. We'll snap it
I
and
will
put it in the comments below.
yes,
So there are how many entries?
there are 30
entries.
entries. So we have 1 through 30, and I'm going to generate 21.
Number 21. I don't know if you guys can see that. No, they can't see it. Oh,
They
well.
can't see it because of the light too much.
It's number 21. Number 21 is the winner. If 21 you're in here and you know before us, go ahead and shout out.
I am
if
going
not,
to bring
Carrie's
them
going to check
up.
it out right now. So good luck. to
21
everybody.
is J&T's Adventures in an RV.
J&T's Adventures in an RV. Congratulations, guys. I haven't seen them chat here, but we have a lot of people going back and forth, so I very well could have missed it. J&T's Adventure, we are going to post down below that you're the winner. We'll also put it on our community thing, and we'll also post on Facebook, so there are multiple ways for you to find out if you're the winner. And you've got to contact us, let us know so we can get your shipping information. Congratulations, guys. Thank you all so much. We are going to reach back out to TearDropShop, and they will most likely sponsor another giveaway here, more towards the first of the year, because they love you guys. And please show them support. Please, if you have a chance to, if you need something for your RV, go through there. Even if you're going to spend $1 more or something at than Amazon, this is a RV company, and we like to support the industry, so check them out if you can.
And there will be intermittent special deals from time to time. If you go through our website and go under the deals, click the link through there, and occasionally they'll be offering special discounts if you go through that. So just something to keep in mind. Thank you,
So was that
TearDropShop.
JT and DT that changed their name?
They may have.
JT
I'm
and
not
DT.
sure. I'm not 100% sure, but if
Okay.
so.
Yeah, it sounds like it might be.
Now, Lisa Teague brought up a fantastic thing. She said, now, after all these things, how many people are now either using a checklist or inspired to start using a checklist?
I will. Oh, JT's and DT's Adventure. They are in the room. Congratulations, guys.
All right.
You are the winner.
All right,
So,
we'll be in touch
Yeah.
and make sure that it'll be sent out directly from the
contact
TearDropShop.
us at Russ and Carrie at theroadsweroam.com, or go to our website and use our contact page, and we will get your shipping information and make sure it's shipped out to you. It's a fantastic package. But yeah, to answer that question, I tell you, it's making me think about wanting to use a checklist again, because we don't.
I thought about that the other day,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, because we were watching some of our old videos, and I remember doing our little light checks, and I had my little dance, and I don't go out and do the checks anymore.
Yeah.
And I should. I really should.
We, at the very least, we need to be checking lights to make sure everything's working there.
Yeah.
So are there any other comments here? I know we've had a lot of information
Yes.
going back and forth, but guys, keep popping in your mistakes. We've got more mistakes to share with you.
So the Northwoods RV Life said that their fire was from lighting the RV refrigerator on gas.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
scary, because we use that a lot when we're boondocking.
Oh, speaking of, that was one of our other mistakes that we learned, where when we were boondocking, wait,
I have
no,
no
when
idea
we were
what you're talking
when we
about.
were plugged in, that's what it was. We were plugged in for a while, and I never took the fridge off of propane,
Yeah.
and so it just drained our propane all the way down.
Yeah, no, I think you've got it in reverse.
From the little guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And another problem we did, we forgot to turn our refrigerator from AC
Oh yeah, in the Class A
to
too.
propane. and we slept all night with our refrigerator running off of AC. We have an inverter, so our batteries were turned to alternating current, and we almost drained our batteries then. So that's another mistake we had.
I'm just surprised we've survived an entire year RV
I know, it's
with
crazy,
all these
isn't
things
it?
that we've
It's
done.
Crazy.
So John Hines said, laundry, I washed, wife dried. She didn't realize I had 2 dryers going, lost a load of clothes.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
man.
Hopefully they weren't like your favorite jeans or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I know. That would, yeah, oh my goodness. At least you had more clothes to wear.
Okay, so RV Butterfly asks, so if your fridge is both electric and propane, how do you switch it?
Okay, so on ours, on the 2 that we've had, we have a couple of options. You can set it on automatic, and automatic will choose. It'll say, hey, there's alternating current here. I'm going to use the AC. Then it'll say, hey, I don't have any alternating current. I'm going to go off of propane. We don't necessarily set ours that way. We like to be in control. So we'll set ours on AC when we are plugged in, and when we aren't plugged in, we will set ours on propane. To answer another question, when we're driving all day, we leave our unit on propane. We've done this for months and months and months and thousands of miles and have never had an issue. And then... oh boy, there was another one that I had, but I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions, let me know. There's also a very knowledgeable person in the room right now, RV Reviews by Paul, the Air Force guy there. So
he answered
Paul
so many of our questions.
A lot of great questions.
We approached him with the whole propane thing before. So.
Yeah, and that's the whole reason why we run ours on propane is because Paul said, yeah, you can go ahead and do it. Now, there are things you've got to think about when you're going
through
under
tunnels
or when you're going to a gas station. That's the other one. So when we go into a gas station, before we even pull into the gas station, before we even turn into the lot, Carrie is up and she's turning off the refrigerator because we don't want that pilot light up and going when we have when we're around gas vapors for fueling. We don't really have to worry about that with anything else because everything else is electronic igniters, but our refrigerator does not have an electronic igniter. It runs off of a pilot light. Well, I guess it does a electronic igniter, but it is a pilot light that's running all the time when we pull in.
So Mary said, I don't really think we've made serious mistakes, ... yet. So just get out there. Don't worry. There's still time. We all make them.
Karen Milinarski is asking, did she miss the wine selection? No, you didn't.
So here's a keto update for you.
Yeah.
We have been doing very good on our keto diet all during the week, with the exception of when we meet with people.
Yeah, when we meet with friends, we'll have
when we met with
keto.
Lewis and Carmen earlier in the week, we splurged a little bit and went off while we were there for that day. So because of that, we don't have wine for tonight, but I am looking. Someone mentioned last week that there is keto-friendly wine.
Yeah.
So I am in search of that, and I hope to have some of that for next Friday
Here's
night.
another reason why we don't have any wine tonight, too. That's the main reason.
And the pool,
but
you
we're
can't
at a
have
pool,
glass.
you can't have any glass or alcohol in the pool. Well, we're not even supposed to be in here right now, so we are behind the 8 ball everywhere. Somebody has a question here.
Okay, well, let me, if I jump too much. Camp and Harmony said, not realizing that our new RV has a bypass for winterizing. Our last RV, we had to dump through a funnel into our tanks. After several hours, we found the bypass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are just things that, especially if you buy used, you don't know. And a lot of times you buy new, if the dealer doesn't tell you about it, you won't know that. We ran into that issue, something kind of like that issue, when we turned off. I was having problems with the jack. I had switched the battery bypass on, and then we had no power. Couldn't figure out why we didn't have any power anywhere. Well, I had the battery bypass on, so that's another mistake I made.
Okay, so Mary actually did say, yes, we did. They do have a mistake.
Okay,
they tried to drive away with the door open and the stairs out.
Yeah.
The camp host had to jump into action and let us know.
Thankfully, we've done that as well, too.
Now you're indoctrinated into the club. So we have Geek Family Adventure said we've only done one trip so far, but when we were backing the trailer into the garage, the brakes wouldn't release, and we found the hill holder button was set on our Subaru.
Oh,
so that's
didn't even
something
know
new.
about those. Okay, wow.
Yeah, a lot of the cars and trucks now have these fancy connections where you can even hit the tow and the backup.
Well, here's a mistake we've made too, and it has to do with backing up into a driveway. We used to leave our weight distribution bars on our little guy Maxon tightened up, and backing into our steep driveway, that puts a lot of torsion and pressure on the truck frame, and it's not a good thing. So if you're going to back into an area that is steep, make sure to loosen up your weight distribution bars before you do that.
So BluWave said he was pulling the trailer and he cut a guy off while crossing the Mississippi River, leaving Mississippi going into Louisiana. His wife gave him a dirty look. Bob felt terrible. He didn't check the mirror close enough. So that's a driving safety, but also a courtesy type of thing to make sure and double check.
Yeah, you know, sometimes these things happen, Bob. You know, we would like that they didn't because they are dangerous, but thankfully nobody was hurt. And the fact that you felt bad about it shows what kind of person you are.
RV Butterfly said, I got a really good one. My husband thought the exhaust pipe was the black water spigot, and he asked me where the cover was.
That's funny.
That is good. He's probably like, no, you didn't share that, did you? New Horizons, we left the bathroom vent open up and a limb hit it and cracked it.
Oh, yeah.
I will admit, we've driven away a couple times with them up, but I can usually hear it because they'll start flapping, and then I'll have to get up and do that. But it makes me wonder, when we had the trailer, you don't hear things like that in the trailer.
But you know what? When we had the trailer, we typically followed that checklist all the time.
Yeah.
So that probably didn't happen when we had the trailer. I know it's happened at least 2 times here in the in Boone.
So downsizing makes sense. You know how they had the awning thing? They said they hang a kite from the awning now, so that way they can see it.
That's smart.
So James Zimmer said, something I've learned with the years of doing this is that I do not let anyone help me hook up or set up. I have my system and it works. Yeah. And that way you can make sure, so even if you do have this mental checklist, because when 2 people get in, you make assumptions that somebody else took care of something.
Yeah, no, I get that. And if you have your process and any little thing might throw you off, I totally understand that. It's kind of like when you hear about these people that forget their kid in a car because they did something different that they hadn't done before. But now I'm just playing devil's advocate. It works for you, and I mean, that's fantastic. But with Carrie and I, we like to switch those jobs up, because if I don't know how to do something that she's doing, then if she's not available, then we're kind of stuck, or vice versa. So that's why we will do that, but I get what you're saying.
No, Patrick, you are not allowed to amend your earlier comment. He said he wanted it to read, Patty pulled away here at the house with the trailer still plugged in. I don't believe it.
It was a typo.
I don't believe it
Autocorrect.
For a second.
I'm there for you.
No, you don't take his side.
Yeah.
Not on that one. Too late. Mary said, Arnie sets up and gets us ready to leave. That way, it's all his fault if something happens.
Oh, Mary, I like the way you think. I'm glad Carrie doesn't do that.
So Robert Stitch says RV renovation has probably at least as many variables as extensive renovation to stick-built houses. Oh, yeah, so when we were talking about the Argosy stuff, totally agree.
Yeah, we went through it here because we did a big reno on ours, too, so yep.
Howling Fun RV Adventures. I didn't check the cabinet doors before opening the slide, so the slide knocked off 2 cabinet doors when I opened it.
Oh, my goodness.
My stomach dropped when I heard the crack.
I bet.
There's times where you hear noise and you just don't want to look.
Yeah, you're like,
no.
Every time something happens, like when Carrie and I are driving down the road, we try to batten down the hatches, and just when you think you've got the hatches battened down, something falls. But every time I hear a crash, I'm like, what was that? What was that, Carrie?
Here's another one. Downsizing makes sense. Said leave some of your windows open when leaving your campsite. That way you can hear if something's wrong.
Yeah.
AKA things are dragging, clanging, whatever. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and Mary, Billy is back in the RV. We're not allowed to have dogs.
We're
out
not even
here.
allowed to be right here.
Yeah,
right
we're not even allowed to be here, and I'm definitely not allowed to be in the pool. But since everybody wants it, when we cut out of here, I'm going to jump in real quick and make a mad dash for the RV.
So Susan said, Dave, while rinsing our black tank, let it overflow 2 times on the same cleaning into a brand new Class A.
Oh,
my fault. Thought we could play cards while we were rinsing the tank.
Oh, nightmare.
Bad idea.
Nightmare. So here's a black tank mistake I had once. I was hooking up the little guy maps to the dump area, and I realized, I was like, man, usually this, when I connect it, it feels like there's a lot more friction, and there wasn't as much. It just kind of, boop, it just kind of dropped in place. So I didn't think twice about it, and I pulled the handle to release the black tank, and the black tank contents went everywhere.
Everywhere.
But I was able to shut it off quick, so it wasn't too bad, but it was still gross and smelled horrible.
And I stayed inside because as soon as I heard the colorful language, I just
knew something was wrong. So here's a tip that I learned now that you can save yourself that issue. So the way we do things, everybody knows this. You pull the black tank, you let that go out, then you rinse with the gray tank, and that'll give you a nice clean hose afterwards. So instead of doing that, what you do is you get hooked up, pull the gray tank very shortly, like 2 seconds, just to get enough flow through. You don't see any leak at your 2 connection points. You know you're safe, and then you close that gray tank and then let go of the black. It's just a way to safely make sure that you have good seals.
A good seal.
That way, if something does come out, it's just gray stuff.
So we have a couple people that have said hello. They joined late. Mysterious Shadow, Outdoor Staycations.
Hey guys.
Miss Randy from Randy's Adventures.
Adventure.
And I don't
Glad you're with
believe
us,
I got a
Randy.
chance to say hello to Camper Life when he came, and he came
William,
just a little bit.
Yes, William's hard to work. He is another one of our moderators. Thank you guys so much.
And Jurgen's Journey.
Jurgen's Journey. Yes, I did say hello to Jurgen. So somebody had, it was this Nomadic idea, said 15 minutes to pool jump time. Yes, guys, if you're here, you'll get to witness me jumping in this pool, getting in trouble.
Oh my goodness. So Camper Life said, my new rig, and if you don't know, William got a brand new Class A. Swapped out the other one, got a new one, drove all the way up to Michigan.
Don't give enough. Don't give too much information.
Okay.
We don't know how much he let out.
All right.
You'll have to watch his channel to see what it looks like. We got some inside info ahead of time. He sent us some pictures. It's a beautiful looking rig.
So he said his new rig has a full fridge and it runs on an inverter when not hooked up.
Inverter?
Inverter, probably.
Yeah.
No propane.
Oh, wow.
That is very cool.
So yeah, we can run ours off our inverter, but I would rather go off the propane. That way I'm not going through my battery bank. But now that we've got the new batteries in there, we have 430 amp hours, 960 watts of solar. I don't think I would be as I think if I had to run off of the AC, I wouldn't be that upset.
Okay, so here's a question. Solo Sue 777 asked, I do have a question. I'm wondering if it's okay for me to put my Predator 3500 generator inside my RV when not in use. I'm afraid it'll get stolen. Well, I have a little story for you. Because when we left our Little Guy Max trailer and we were traveling up to Yellowstone, we still had our Energizer EZV 3200.
With no place to store it outside.
So we stored it underneath our dining room table and it sat in there. Now, the only downside I found to having an automatic start is if you put that in your little junk drawer basket and you inadvertently hit it, it starts up while it's in the RV. That's bad.
So that's a mistake we made. But yes, you can do that.
You can. Just
we didn't have any issues. So our mistake, one, we didn't control the remote start. 2, I forgot to turn the gas cutoff off. So
what happened is he had just finished making a video of it, and we had just lifted it up and put it inside. So we hadn't been traveling like that with it on forever. But
yeah, exactly.
It had been like half a day, but I had just happened to reach into that basket and hit it. But yes, you can travel with your generator in there.
Yep. The great thing about that was we found out our carbon monoxide detectors worked.
Yes, they did.
Scary thing was we had to get everybody out.
Yes. Downsizing makes sense. While turning sharply into a tight spot at Hana Park, our fifth wheel tail swing tore the mirror off a car that was parked too close to the road. Luckily, the mirror snapped back on and the owner was very cool about it. Best circumstance possible for something like that, because I know your heart must have been like up in your throat.
You know, that's the thing I'm trying to learn on this new rig is my tail swing. I don't know how wide it swings out, so I'm super cautious. I think I'm overly cautious at times, but when it comes to something like that, I guess I'd rather to be cautious than to have, you know, a damage there. Lisa T.
Here's to breaking the pool rules. You guys are all bad influences on Russ.
You guys are
getting
so
him in
much
trouble.
fun. I gotta hang out with you guys.
Okay, so the Northwoods RV life. There's a little bit more backstory into that
Missouri
fire.
Traveler, we are jumping in the pool. If you
No,
wanna
I'm
stay.
not. I'm not.
You got 10 more minutes, brother.
So our RV fire, the RV was just out of storage. They believe it may have had a mouse nesting in next to the burner in the fridge. He now inspects and cleans the fridge unit before lighting up anything in the rig. So if you do store it over here, that's a very good point. If you do store it for a while to double check.
Hey, real quick, Bob, can you link the Missouri Traveler, please, for that super chat? Much appreciated. We'll also put your link down below. We ask everybody to show support to those people. And yeah, I'm sorry, Lisa T. Lisa, boy, thank you, Bob. Bob, I'm glad you're not listening to me. I'm glad you're doing your job because you know it better than I do. So thank you for catching me on that.
So
one, Bob.
RV Dariet said, use box wine. It's poolside friendly.
Hey, we'll get in a lot of trouble. We're not supposed to be in the area drinking alcohol and jumping in the pool, which I'm doing because you guys have showed so much support tonight. I don't know if I'm going to cannonball like everybody's saying. Randy's Adventure.
No, because it's got to be quiet.
Yeah, Randy's Adventure. Oh boy, there's another one. Downsizing says cannonball. I've got to be quiet because the office is right there.
Yeah, the office is literally right.
I want you to know that Randy's Adventure.
Is Randy egging people on?
She started that, by the way. She started the cannonball drive, by the way.
Randy, you're in trouble.
Downsizing sense, Bob. Could you please link downsizing? Makes sense, and we will put the link down below. Thank you guys so much.
It didn't happen to this person, but they saw it. New Horizons said, we saw Class A didn't have their car hooked up all the way, and the car came loose going down the road, and it passed the RV.
Oh no, could you imagine that?
No.
Happy and you're driving down the road.
Hey, that looks just like our car.
Oh my goodness, nightmare.
Okay, Paul, we'll see.
Paul,
he has to head on out.
Thanks for joining us, Paul.
This Nomadic idea was counting down. I'm a little bit behind. He was like 20 minutes to pool jump.
Yeah.
So I'm about
You're
12
way
minutes behind.
Because we're only 8 minutes
behind. Well, that's because you were yapping. So when we were getting an RV, said when we were crossing the Mississippi from Illinois to Missouri, we were so busy singing Old Man River that we missed our exit.
Oh, yeah. I've done that a couple of times, yep.
Yeah, he sings Old Man River all the time.
Well, yeah, I wasn't singing Old Man River, but I've been yapping and missed our exit. So.
Now, see, if I miss an exit sometimes with the navigation and I have the volume turned down, I don't tell him we missed it. It just reroutes it. I'm like, you want to go take the next one.
This is a really weird way around here.
He gets grumpy if he knows we missed one.
We did that on the way in here.
And we did.
Yeah. But that was because Carrie's nav was not connecting to well. We had great Verizon LTE, and she was using the Togo, and the AT&T was not too good in that area. So, but we got that straightened out and got going.
Living the good life RVing. They're just checking because it's not a show unless we know this. How much solar?
960 watts. And now I've got a new number to throw out there with 430 amp hours of battery power. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Mark Lenarski said this pool jump can be a new thing. Seems like everyone's hanging on for it. What will it be next week? Oh Lord, I don't know.
Goodness.
He's going to wrestle an alligator.
And DT
just accidentally fall in the pool.
Yeah, that's a way to do it. JT and DT guys, thank you so much for that super chat. Bob, if you'd put their link up there. JT and DT, if you guys don't know, they're a Little Guy Maps
owners based out of El Paso.
El Paso, our hometown. So we will be going through El Paso because my main office is in El Paso. So when we get there, guys, we will have to hook up and at least maybe go to, I don't know. We'll have to go out to eat somewhere. Grimaldi's. I like Grimaldi's.
Oh, that's very good there.
Yeah.
Jen Goodyear said, learning to back up was my biggest struggle. Got myself in many pickles while helping my dad truck and trailers. But still, many mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Am I the only one that thinks that people are insane when they design RV parks? Because you have these big vehicles that need extra room.
There's
but
not
yet
a whole lot of room.
They're like these narrow little one-way roads, and then with all the parking,
so the way that's
terrifies
set up,
me. I don't like it.
It's 100% doable with any size rig, but if you don't do it perfect, it's not going to happen. They make it to where you have no...
I want to design a new RV park that has plenty of room for everyone.
Well, room is money, and that's why they do it.
Okay.
They give you the least amount of room, they have to.
New Horizons. I forgot to put the braces in the RV refrigerator, and when I opened it, everything fell all over the floor.
Oh,
then
no.
I didn't get the cabinet shut all the way, and everything went flying while traveling.
Yeah, we've done that where we haven't used our child locks.
We don't have braces for the refrigerator.
No, but our child locks on the counter, on the cabinets, and they've come open and spilled everything all over the floor. I hate when that happens.
James Zimmer.
New Horizons.
Your latest...
The Roads We Roam. Good channel. Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
So James Zimmer said your latest mistake is doing this video near the pool.
Yes. Yes, I know. And then our next mistake will be doing something to get us kicked out of the area.
So Jurgen's Journeys, first time connecting my water to my new trailer. I hooked up to the tank flush by mistake, ended up with water on the floor. Now I hook up correctly and never leave the water on when I leave.
Yes, I can see how that
Those mistakes you learn very quickly.
Yeah, that's called hard-won knowledge. The good thing about hard-won knowledge is that you typically don't make that mistake again.
Oh man, I just lost it.
That's all right.
Northwoods RV Life said, you'll have to change the live stream thumbnail to Russ cannonballing.
I might need your help on that, Northwoods.
All right, so we have, what is it? RV Live. Where are y'all in Florida?
So we are in Fort Myers.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
I cannot wait to get, I've not seen the beach yet.
Yeah, here in Florida.
Well, we went in Crystal Isles. It was kind of a beach, but not like really a beach.
Yeah, I think that was River Beach.
I think so. Yeah, it just wasn't like, this is the ocean.
Yeah, but it's beautiful down here. We've been in this pool 2 days in a row.
Okay, I'm caught up. Hey, it's about time now. It's in Fort Myers too.
Okay, let's do this real quick, guys. Every Friday night, this has been so much fun. We almost forgot, but for the last couple of minutes, every Friday night, we let you all talk about the videos you've got coming out. So if you've got a video coming out this week or a video that just came out this week, go ahead, shout them out right now. Carrie will try to keep up, and we will see what to watch. We will also put links down below to your channels.
So BluWave said Fort Myers Beach. It's a big difference from Fort Myers. That's true. So we are just beyond the bridge area from the beach.
Okay, let's go. Come on. Camper Life just said something about he's got an ice maker one.
Okay, Camper Life has an ice maker review and a new RV tour coming, and you do not want to miss that one. So,
no.
Safe and happy trails. Bye, Mary.
No, you're not going to wait for the pool jump? I mean, we're
this Nomadic idea says, does everyone have their screenshot programs ready? Jen said, I got bail money if Russ needs it.
Jen, I love you.
New Horizons. I'm releasing a video on Monday about the Budweiser Clydesdales. Very cool. Another thing that I do is check our community page after the show, about 30 minutes or so, well, maybe a little longer if he's jumping in the pool. But I take all these things and put it as a what to watch video, so that way you guys can have a list of it.
Got the mic off, getting ready to go.
Oh my goodness. So, Dreaming Out Loud RVing, thoughts of a new channel. Okay, so Geek Family Adventures, have a Supia trip. Solo Sue 777.
Mom saying don't. Don't.
Okay. So why do you all stay at places that I cannot pronounce? Northwoods RV Life, Taquamanon Falls video this weekend. Boy,
that's in that Michigan, Wisconsin type area.
JT and DT's, the Harvest Host Sombra Antigua Winery.
Awesome. We love Harvest Host.
We have Clumsy Vegan, Christmas decor of my RV, Make sure to watch. It's a good one, she says.
Donna's Russ.
James Zimmer, new RV tour coming after we get our RV back from repairs. Travels with Delaney. I'll be reviewing an electric cooler that can operate 12 volt, 24 volt, or 110. Ooh, that's a good one. And then let's see. Stacy Forrest. I don't have a video, but I want to see Russ's illegal pool jump.
Yes, yes.
Jump.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it here. Okay, let's see. We got 59:30. Any other ones up there?
I am going to actually be done moderating here, so that way I can grab the stuff and run as soon as he is done, because I want nothing to do with this man.
Okay, hold on.
After it.
I got to get my knife out. This is a nice knife.
Give me all your stuff. We are gonna get kicked out. You guys are all bad influences. All right, I got his clothes. It's been nice knowing y'all. Oh, you should be as silent as you can. Can you do a quiet one? Really? All right, y'all are bad. Okay, that's it. Bye, guys. Thank you.